Hi, I'm Emily of British Girl Bakes, and I'm going to show you how to assemble and frost a half and half cake like this one. And I'm also going to show you how I decorated this one with painted macarons and fruit and sugar art. I'm going to build a 4-layer cake, so I'm starting with 4 layers of cake, and I have 2 vanilla and 2 chocolate. And I also have 2 different flavours of buttercream, and these ones are berry and caramel. Before we start, I'm just going to give you a really quick explanation with a diagram of how we're going to do this. So with the 2 chocolate layers, I'm going to trim them in half and then stack them all on top of each other to form half of the cake. And then with the vanilla layers, I'm going to do exactly the same. So cutting each one in half, stacking them all up, building half a cake, and then pushing it together with the chocolate half so that you have a whole cake. Of course, there's also going to be filling between all of the layers, and also between the 2 halves, right down the middle, and that's going to join the 2 halves of the cake together to make a full cake, and then I'll cover it in frosting and decorations. Okay, let's get started. So as I mentioned, I have 2 different flavours of buttercream. Here's the caramel and the berry, and then I've also put vanilla buttercream in a 3rd piping bag. You don't have to use piping bags for this, it's just a bit neater. And the reason I've chosen vanilla is because I need a neutral flavour to go down the centre of the cake to attach the 2 halves. And between berry and caramel, I thought vanilla was just the safest, most neutral option. I have my cake layers ready. I've levelled and divided these ones, and now I'm applying the filling by piping it on. And after sandwiching my first 2 layers together, I'm cutting them in half down the middle, and then applying another layer of filling onto one of them, flipping the other one over, and then I have half of a cake ready to go. If you're enjoying this tutorial, please click the thumbs up button. I share a new cake decorating tutorial every week on my channel, so if you don't want to miss one, please click the subscribe button. I'm doing exactly the same with my chocolate layers, piping on the filling, sandwiching them together, cutting them down the middle, applying a bit more frosting, and then stacking one half on top of the other half to create the other half of my cake. Now, these layers were all about the same height, but I can see once I've stacked them all together that my chocolate half is a lot taller than my vanilla half. And to fix this, I'm just going to flip the chocolate layer down on its side and trim off a little bit from the top and a little bit from the bottom, so that both halves of the cake will be the same height. And you can do this the way I did, or you can line the cakes up side by side, and then you get a better view of how much you need to cut off. I'm going to chill these cakes in the fridge for about 30 minutes just so that they firm up and they're a bit more stable for when I come to build the cake. I'm piping 2 dollops of buttercream onto a cake board, one to attach each